Okay, we're live. So I haven't done a live stream in like forever, so I thought it was 4th of July back home, and I would just say Happy Independence Day. So I'll wait for whatever's going on here to happen. All right, Danny's in the house. Thanks, Danny. So it's been a busy month. Last month, the month before, this month. I hope everything's going good with you guys. And I guess we'll just make this a general, whatever you want to ask. Live stream. Yeah, Happy Independence Day. That Barry? Oops. Now we're getting. Here we go. See, I always get behind on the comments. Hello, everybody. Hey, Oliver. Alabama. Donald. Nice. Roll Tide. May's got a Roll Tide t-shirt. About time. I don't know. Live streams either go one way or the other. Hey, what's going on there, Simon? Howdy, Ed. Bonnie. James, good morning. K9, my old friend, how are you? Hello, Bruce. There's my favorite Canadian right there. Hi, Joe. I'm doing good. It's been busy, but we're good. Cheeky. Adam's cheeky today. Hitman's in the house. Florida's in the house. Happy 4th of July, John. Oh, I'm always up early. I thought I'd live stream because I've got a couple hours to kill. And then I'm off for coffee and fun. Good morning, Gary. Jim. Renlin's in the house. Crazy lady. Let's see. Do you feel his question? You finally got a question. Do you feel U.S. is more dangerous than the Philippines? Yeah, I do, because I've never felt in danger here. I just, again, I'm kind of boxed in. I've spent almost the entire time here in sleepy little Dumaguete, and the only time I see or hear of violence or anything like that is between expats when they get into it. So, but it looks real dangerous in America these days. Do you and Baby May ever barbecue for ourselves? That's a very excellent question. We did at the old place where I had a barbecue, and here we've just got a little tiny barbecue, and we don't use it that much. We've got this oven, and it broils, so we kind of just do that because we're lazy. But I think we're going to start barbecuing if we find a new place. We're sort of semi-looking for a different location, a different house. And part of that would involve a barbecue for sure. Handsome as usual, you liar. But thanks anyway. Any update on Jerry? You know what? 3 guys have had a stroke. And I did not yet talk to Jerry. That was one of those things I kept meaning to do and didn't. So I do owe him a message. I just saw his video this morning. I don't watch a lot of other YouTube channels, but I do watch some of my friends. And so it was, I guess, a couple of days that this happened to him. No one had said anything to me, but I saw it on the video this morning, so I got to contact him. And then my friend Monty's had 3 strokes, and then our old pal John's had a couple of strokes. So it's making me think about some stuff I'm going to do a video about. Hello, James. Let's see. I spent more than 1/4 of July in the Philippines. I was the only one celebrating. Yeah. We'll celebrate anything out here, believe me. Yes, indeed. Lousy. I'm going to see him. I saw him yesterday. May and I went over and picked him up a walker. Long story short, I'm going to do a video with him, kind of an update. He goes home at the end of this month. Today is his 4-year anniversary with his wife, God love him. And despite all of the tragedy, I guess, I don't know how else to put it, all the challenges that he's faced since he's gotten here, he's celebrating. We're going to the South Beach Grill tonight at 4:30, and he's bound and determined to celebrate his anniversary. He has had 2 strokes and 1 heart attack, all in about 3 weeks. So May and I went out and saw him yesterday. Did I already say this? We picked him up a walker to help him move. He's lost the left side of his body. I'm sorry to tell you. But I'm going to do, he's volunteered. He said, yeah, I'll do a video with you. It's a great warning shot across the bow, guys, coming out here of what can happen. And so we're going to get together. I think I'll ask his wife to go on the channel with me too, on the video, get her spin on things. Hey, Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, thanks for watching, Danny. I heard about that. I've heard there's been a number of these mass shootings. I don't understand the thinking. I don't know. I'm remiss in that. I just found out this morning. I got up early this morning, obviously. I've been up for I think I got up at 3 a.m. And so I was just watching some videos, and I turned into Jerry's channel, and I guess it's been up for a few days that he had a stroke. So I'm going to call him after this. Yeah, I didn't want to call this early. I think he sleeps in. He used to be my neighbor. Hey, Dickie. Crazy man in the Philippines. Pay your taxes to the BIR and make sure they show up. Will do. Thanks, Tom. Hey, East Tennessee. New York's here. Good morning to you, too. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. South Florida, thanks, John. Salt Lake City, nice. Hey, Paul. One Paul to another. I felt safer in Tondo than I did in parts of LA. Yeah, man, LA was vicious. I lived there. Especially at night, you know. Did you hear about the shooting? Yeah, I did. I did. It's awful. Just awful. Stuff like that doesn't happen in the Philippines. I think that's more of an American thing. Why? I don't know. I guess there's a lot of, I don't know what the dynamic is behind that. I sure do. I never drank those things, but I had Justin on the other day, trying to lose some weight. And so that's what he said. Those monster drinks will put some pounds on you. Hey, Tim. Are there brothels in the Philippines? Not to my knowledge. There is a place called Angeles City that's kind of known for, you know, streetwalkers, if you will. But I don't think there's brothels out here. Ottawa, Canada. Michigan's here. Thank you for coming along. Good morning from Iowa. I like Iowa. Yeah, let's pray for these 4 people. Good Lord. School shootings, mass shootings, this shooting, that shooting. I don't know what the deal is. You're the man, Christopher. We all know it. Hey, Spider. Hello, Paul. From the furry capital of the world. What's that? Missouri's reporting in as You're checked in. Just put in my 2 weeks notice. Wow, good for you, K9. 2 weeks. But who's counting, right? God bless you. That's great. Hey, Paul, I had to stop by. I had no plans to move to the Philippines. I had no clue why I watch your show. You know what? I don't know why anybody. I think you mirror damn near everybody, including me. I have no reason. I can't come up with any reason why anybody would watch this. Thank you, Diane. It's like a train wreck, isn't it? Can't help but watch it. Happy for it. Yeah, they did. They did. They banned old Dean. Dean took poor Dean. I shouldn't say poor Dean. Then I've talked to more guys that went to Nicaragua to see Dean. And at first report, everything was just rosy. Everything was cool. Everything was groovy. And then I think greed took over. And Dean came up with some sort of like tour scheme. He was overcharging these guys. And then he, I forget what happened. I think his rotation thing was shut down on Google. They thought it was promoting prostitution. So that whole thing went sideways for old Dean, now didn't it? Good morning from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Pittsburgh. Is that a rooster? Of course it is. We're here at the old McDonald's farm every morning. Crazy man from the Philippines. Tell us about your black eye. That was a long time ago. I got a black eye when what did I get in my eye? Some kind of whitening soap. Thanks for your answer. Another match. Yeah, I know. Brutal. One day I'll go visiting and meet you in person. Oh, that'd be cool. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Greetings and salutations from the Pittsburgh, PA. Okay, well, I think we got that now. Lots of roosters, yeah. And I got 3 puppies. We didn't adopt them per se, but about a month ago, 3 little skinny, scrawny puppies came wandering into our yard. They live around here somewhere, either behind us or to the side of us or nowhere. I don't know. And so I started putting food out for them because they were so skinny. And like off my plate, like I eat a lot of steak, so I'd have bones and whatnot. Never give them chicken bones to a dog, by the way. It's very bad for them. But I would give them scraps off the plate, meat. And then I went out and bought dog food. And we got a little dog bowl out there for them. And we've been videotaping them, like 5-second shots, 10-second shots. And they're getting fatter and they're getting healthier, but they're not getting any friendlier. They won't come up to us. They won't warm up to us. I don't know. It's a lot easier to help dogs than people. Hey, Paul, I'm stuck in San Francisco trying to get home there. Got wrong COVID test for landing in Taiwan. Denied boarding. Oh, man. You know what? All this stuff with the testing is, I think it's going to get it. I'm waiting. I was going to go to Thailand this month. I still might, but I'm really kind of holding off because they seem to be slacking, if you will, or reducing the amount of hoops you got to go through to get back. Going there is easy. It's coming home that's tough. When I lost my place, what happened here? Where the hell am I? Oh, here. Where am I? I'm sorry. Oh, dude. I'm sorry. Hang in there, guys. This thing jumps. And then yeah, here I am. Let's see. I got to put this spider guy in a timeout. He keeps talking about himself. Okay, here we go. Wait, no. Lots of roosters. I've been there, done that. I'll just go here. Hey, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Happy 4th. Everybody got plans? You been to Pasadena, California? Yeah. Yeah. I used to work live in Glendale, California, right next to Pasadena. Never went to Parade, though. Use car man, pay your taxes. Oh, this is a troll. Okay. All right. Well, welcome aboard. Go Paul. Everybody's ahead of my troll. Don't talk about the shooting at the parade. We're trying to enjoy this day. Good to see you live. Thank you very much. Good morning from Sydney. Hello from Fort Meade, Maryland. Lived on Clark Air Force Base in the 70s to 76 as a child. Yeah, good to have dreams. I had a dream to come here. Got fulfilled. Do you think they'll drop all the... Eventually. Yeah, I do. I really do. I was listening to Jennifer Terri also this morning. That's when I also watched Jerry's channel and found out he had a stroke. But Jennifer Terri was good. She's awesome, by the way. If you want to know any travel updates, excuse me, Jennifer Terri is the bomb. And so maybe I'll put a link to her channel in this description box when I'm done. Hopefully I'll remember. Anyway, I was listening to her, and it looks like in tourism needs to increase, and they're aware of that. They've realized that in Thailand, so they've dropped a bunch of stuff, and it looks like they're dropping stuff to get in here. They still have the One Health Pass, but it's down to just, I think it's just down to being vaccinated and boosted or something like that. No more insurance or any of that other noise. So that's good. Let's see, I know I'm Captain Obvious and not telling you what to do, but try not to let your address be known. Yeah, next time we move, we're going to just go ahead and keep that on the QT. Happy 4th. Hey, Ireland. Okay. I've got Irish roots or Scottish roots, I think. McGill. Dean wants to know, how's John? John is a hot mess. We're still keeping John sheltered and fed, but it's challenging. Take my word for it. Let's see. It's never going to end unless the globalists don't find it useful anymore. Okay, there we go. Got that figured out. How do you bridge the gap in logic when you tell other hosts that you can't eat their food due to your body equipment yet sit around smoking cigarettes? Let's see. How do you bridge the gap in logic when you tell other hosts? Well, smoking cigarettes and losing weight are not related. Are they? Paul, stay in the Philippines. America's at war with itself. Yeah, I just saw a little meme about that. Hey, Paul, follow you and me on YouTube. Looking to retire near Siargao in a few years. Basics. Would love some advice. Problem is, I don't give any. In fact, I had a guy write me the other day, or yesterday, I think, saying, hey, can I pay you for a consultation? I said, no. Sorry. Nicely. I said, no. Do you recommend I hang around with expats when I move to the Philippines? I'm a little allergic to crazy people. I recommend that you have a little circle of friends that are expats. That's, just be picky about who you choose to be your friend. Vet them a little bit. Give them some time. Very important, though, seriously, that you do have a circle of influence, someone that you can call if something happens, because something will happen. So you don't have to spend all your time with them, that's for sure. Good morning from Belgium. Awesome. Yeah, good old Monty. I owe that guy so much and feel kind of helpless. Lake Havasu's here. Thanks, Jay. Good morning from Salem. Thank you very much. Those are always appreciated. I went to his daughter's, who is Jerry? Jerry is a guy that's a friend of mine. He has a channel. I forgot the name of it. don't be offended, Jerry. I forget the name of a lot of things. Something like Jerry and Melman in the Philippines. Jerry's just a guy that has a YouTube channel. He used to be my neighbor, and he had a stroke. Let's see. And he just bought a house. That's what they're doing. West Palm Beach is here. Rancho Cucamonga. I will go visit the Philippines sometime this year, and I would like to meet you and have a nice conversation about a new project that I'll be start sometime soon, Mr. Paul. Well, all right. I've been having coffee damn near every day with somebody. Sunny Lisbon, Portugal. I think I'd like to start traveling more, to be honest with you. I'm just here to steal baby May. I don't blame you. You have good taste in women. Let's see. There's a young family who are YouTubers that really show you. They're 8 miles from home. Look them up. SoCal, happy 4th, happy 4th, happy 4th. Greg, how do you get your mail from the U.S.? Very slowly. I don't really get any mail from the U.S. anymore. It's over. I have a mail forwarding service. So it's $20 a month. And what they do is they send me a notification that I got a piece of mail, and they show me a picture of what it is, and I tell them to shred it or forward it. So I just tell them all this. It's mostly just nonsense. The only time I really need mail is for a credit card to get renewed. Everything else is pretty much digitalized, as far as being able to receive and send stuff. So mail, again, the only time I need it is when I got to replace a debit card or a credit card. Hey, glad you caught me, Tony. Chill with cat. Okay. Good morning. Michigan Bob's in the house. Paul, do you remember the tour bus in Manila, all the Taiwanese who were held hostage? I do not. I do not remember that. No. Never heard of it. Hello, Florida. Happy 4th, indeed. Good morning, John. Callie's in the house. Yeah. Brothels. I never heard of brothels out here. Wife calls them folks. Oh, yeah. Forgot. That's the tradition. I don't know why, but we ask everybody to like and then hydrate and bend at the knees. So we don't ever ask anything on the live streams other than you like it. And I don't even know why we do that, but it just became a tradition. So but I know it's tough. I know it's tough to move that mouse all the way over and hit that little like button. So I don't want anybody to harm themselves. Well, okay, Colonel. Apparently you've had some experience with brothels. I can't make the same claim, but I salute you. Happy 4th. You just got back from the Philippines. How was it, Mojo? U.S. is not alone in the shootings. Canada is getting it there well. Yeah, somewhere else, some other country was said there was a shooting. So I don't get it. I don't think any of us do. Let's see. Enough of Colonel. I hate to do that, but nice to hear a balanced perspective about guys who make the decision to make life in the Philippines. Thank you. We try to keep it balanced. No plans to go to the Philippines? Hello, Canada. How are you, Ron? I'm more Canadians. We got this Canadian show today. Mexico's here. Cool. Nope, it's a bear, just a whole lot smaller. And what are we talking about on that? Happy 4th of July, everybody. Exactly. Diane, we are all train wrecks. We are all crazies, gravitate towards each other. See? That's right. That's right. Water seeks its own level. So, good day from down under, Greg. Dean is the crazy man of Nicaragua. You got that right. Hey, Kevin. Kevin McKenzie, Rich. I don't understand that. Is there VAS? Well, I'm not a veteran. From what I understand, the VA facility is in Manila. Happy Independence Day, brother. Back at you. I don't understand the shooting of a young black man in the United States. 12 cops hit him with 60 shots in the back for a traffic stop. I don't understand it either. No surf near me, no. There is, the hell's that place? San Juan La Union or something like that. It's good surfing up there. I was in the Philippines 30 days. In those 30 days, I got diarrhea one week, constipation the next week, and a cold the next week. I never get sick at home. This is normal for expats. Hey, I call that a good week. That's all that happened to me out here. A month, I'd call it a success. Seriously, though, I think that since, you know what, when I went back to America a few months ago, my skin lightened up about 5 shades. I felt better, to be honest with you, physically in the States as opposed to here. I didn't cough over there. I don't know what it is. I think that there's a lot of strange pollens, if you will, that we're not used to. That's my only diagnosis I can come up with, is that all the different foliage and plants and weeds and grass. And if you're allergic, like I tend to be, I get a lot of skin irritations that I normally never got before. Diarrhea is, of course, very common for all travelers. Then the constipation's probably from over medicating for that. So I don't know. I feel for you, brother. I wish you had a better month. Hello from Phoenix. I was going to ask you guys about the real estate market, but I think I'll save that for a video. They adopted you. No, well, they adopted the food bin. We're talking about the 3 puppies that are in our yard. And I think we've been feeding them for about a month now. And they will not come to us. And they always have their tail tucked under their hindside. You know, they don't wag their tail. I've never seen their tails wag. But a couple of days ago, I did see them playing with each other. And then I moved the bowl really close to me because they wouldn't approach me. And one dog barked at me like, hey, get that bowl back down here. I don't want to be near you. So I don't know. I'll keep you updated on the progress of our 3 puppies. So, Paul, what is your opinion of the U.S. citizen to buy property in the Philippines? That's a good question. I have a philosophy, as you might know if you watch me, is never buy anything you can't walk away from. I can't own property out here unless I buy a condo, and I don't want to buy a condo. But I think it's a great idea if you're in a long-term relationship, either married or not, with a Filipina, and you have a significant age gap. I think it's very responsible to go ahead and buy property for her, so that when you go, and she's not left without a roof over her head. And I'm actually going to do a video I've been thinking about, since it's really been sparked since these 3 guys have had strokes. And it's made me think about long-term planning for May after I'm gone. And I've made some moves towards that already. She's pretty well hooked up for a few years, but long term, she's not. So I was going to make a video about what I was thinking about doing and hoping to get some replies and responses from you guys on it. But I guess this isn't the time or place to do that. Let's see. No Dean's lipstick empire has crumbled. Yes. I don't know about the lipstick empire. I guess that's still up and running, but he sure as hell doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. And I don't think anybody's going out there to see him anymore. He's getting some bad press. What time in the morning do roosters wake up? Is it annoying? They wake up about 3 o'clock. They annoy a lot of people. A friend of mine the other day that just moved here about a week or two ago, he goes, "Did they ever stop?" And I said, "No." And it's very, very, very hard to go anywhere where there's not roosters. If you're at all, in the province at all, like May and I are, you go into downtown, you'll hear roosters. Or dogs, rather. You'll hear more dogs in the city than you do roosters. Living in Portugal with your Filipino, well, that's got to be cool. Good to catch a line. Did you hear this really bad news about Ron and his girlfriend? I did not. I did not hear about anything. I haven't heard from Ron forever. Hi from Scorching Mesa. One Tim. Really? This time of year, huh? Let's see. Never give a dog any cooked bones. They will splinter and cause. That's correct. That's correct. Chicken bones are the worst. Brutal on their intestines. Now, a hard bone is okay. Let's see. Retire and go. Thank you for the Filipino content. I'm planning on Thailand and Philippines in 2023. Retirement and full-time travel. I appreciate the information. Well, I appreciate you, Retire and Go. Thank you very much. I'm planning the same thing. I'm going to go to Thailand here in the next month or two. Good evening from Toronto, Canada. Hi, Paul. Today marks my 14th anniversary of arriving with my 2 golden retrievers. It has always been a walk in the park, but ain't it? Right on, brother. That's true. It's not a walk in the park over here. People refer to it as paradise all the time. I take a little exception to that word. Paradise is where everything just goes your way all the time, right? Can't say that about the Philippines. In fact, we went to go buy Monty a walker yesterday, and we drove all the way down through all this thick-ass traffic and to a medical supply store that I passed 3 times because I didn't see it. I knew where it was, but by the time I saw it, I was gone, and then it came back the other way, and then the guy wouldn't let me over, so I drove past it again. Went through all these hoops to get there, and when I walked in, I said, "Hey, I'm here to buy a walker." And she said, "Well, we're out of stock." So what happened? I said, "Well, where can we buy one?" And then she mentioned someplace, God knows how far away that was. And I said, "You got any other clues?" And she goes, "Well, sometimes the pharmacies have them." And I said, "No kidding." So what happens? We drive into town, simple as pie. May bops into a pharmacy and bops out with a walker right there. We didn't have to make this big, long-ass trip to medical supply place. Yeah, learn as you go, I suppose. I know you may have covered this before. Do you have a Philippine bank account? Okay. Or do you see any benefit to having one or sharing one with baby May? Very good question, and I can answer all that concisely. I originally had a BDO account when I came out here, a dollar account. I opened that up. It was really important to me for some reason to have a bank account out here. And then I closed it because they came up with this rule that they were going to hold my money for 30 days, even though it was cash, before they would release it to me. Something about money laundering. So, and it was only like $1,000 at a crack back then. And I said, well, okay, I'm going to close the account. And I don't want a bank here if they're going to hold my funds for a month, even though it's cash. I understand holding a check. I don't understand holding cash. Anyway, long story short, May's got a BDO account. She doesn't have any issues with it because it's just savings. She just puts her YouTube money in there every month, and it just sits there and accumulates, which is good. May and I was turned on by some fellow expats of a place called Commerce Bank. very, very foreigner friendly. You just roll in with a passport, and they'll open you an account. So I opened a joint account with May, and recently, with the peso being so strong, or weak rather, the dollar being so strong, I've been doubling up on my money transfers. So I take out my month's budget, if you will, and then a couple of days later, I see the peso keeps bouncing. So I take out another one, and we just put it in the Bank of Commerce and let it sit there. Because I figure while the peso is so high, it's the highest it's been in 17 years, it makes sense to go ahead and take it now and just stash it over here as opposed to stashing it in the States. Same difference. Because what goes up must go down, right? So get it while you can. So that's what we've been doing. And let's see. And so, yeah, I have a joint account with May. And we opened that up, number one, just to solidify our relationship a little bit more for when I try to take her out of the country. Because they try to do what's called offload Filipinas sometimes if they're suspected while they're leaving. So that was one more notch in the list to solidify us as real. And I also wanted an emergency fund that May could access easily in the event something happened to me. Let's see. Hello, old dog. Hello to you. Greetings from down the road. Hey, John. How are you, brother? Can't buy land, but you can buy. Yeah, that's true. You can buy a condo, but land, it's not going to go in your name. I guess there's some corporation thing that you can do, but I never looked into it. Aloha. I'll bet you're from Hawaii. Coming to Manila in 2 weeks. Kevin, all right. Not a big fan of Manila, but super sticker from Trent. Thank you very much, Trent. You say the amount of poops you have to go through to get there. They give you an X-lax. I said oops, didn't I? Haven't heard any news lately about the guy you were helping with the twin babies. I guess no news means he's working and doing well. Quite the opposite. I'm still keeping a roof over his head and keeping food on the table, but he's not working. Montana. Thailand have pretty much, yes, they have. That's correct. That's correct, Mundo. I have 2 good friends over there right now. And I want to go over there and do some medical tests and if necessary procedures. I don't want to do them here. Oh man, the airports. Excuse me. Yeah, the airlines, girl. They're all mixed up. I don't understand that either. I thought they were in business to make money and sell plane tickets. All they're doing is canceling stuff. I don't get it. Yeah, hey, troll. Ron saying hi to my troll. It's not a live stream if you don't have a troll. The Jew Pino couple of Poughkeepsie. Welcome aboard. You know, that's true. That's what I told May when she first got slammed. I said, you've hit the big time, honey. You've pissed someone off. That's good. Hello from Philadelphia. Happy 4th. Yeah. Liberty Bell. Ontario. Thank you very much, crazy person. Jew Pino. Don't you love it? I grew up in a primarily Jewish neighborhood. It was a lot of fun. Happy 4th of July, Paul. I'm currently with a Filipino from Southern Leyte. She's amazing and can't wait to be with her. Iron worker from Utah. Much love. Enjoy your videos. Well, good on you, Paul. Pot is poison from Keith Richards. Happy 4th. Happy 4th to you, John. Might do a little research. Let's see, going to the Philippines on September 15th. Those are exciting times, man, when you're coming out here. And you're going to have an easier time getting in than I did when I came back. 4 more years and I will retire. Hopefully you're still in Duma at that time. If so, I will treat you a maid dinner. I appreciate your time and your intuitive videos. Thank you. Well, thank you, David. You don't have to buy me dinner, but we would love to meet you. I don't know. Again, I was listening to someone actually intelligent, like me, some moron, Jennifer Terri, and she was saying that she's hoping that what everybody wants right now, especially travelers, of course, is just go back to normal. Buy your plane ticket, show your passport, get on plane. And so they've dropped a lot of the knucklehead stuff like the insurance, and they still got the goofy One Health Pass, but so far that's only got, I think, the vaccination on it with a booster. And if you don't have a booster, you have to have a negative test within 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on which test you do. Hopefully they drop that nonsense. They got a quarantine. I think you can come in. I don't want to say it because I don't know it to be true. There's something about being quarantined. Jennifer Terri. I will put a link to her channel in there. You guys watch. Anybody traveling to the Philippines, watch Jennifer Terri. The girl knows what she's talking about. They do not celebrate the 4th here. Americans will. I guess I saw some guys throw some fireworks up, but it's not an American holiday. And baby May's laying down. Speaking of diarrhea, she's got it. What's up? Man, we have been busy. I'll tell you that much. We've been meeting up with a lot of subscribers. We've had some health issues with some of our close friends, so we've been trying to help them to some degree. What else? We started our house hunt, if you will. We're thinking about trying to get a different little vibe going on with the house. And that's a challenge, I'll tell you. Alcohol is poison, pot is a plant. No, we got that figured out. What's that got to do with my live stream? When you return to the Philippines, seems to be the big house, so the booster shot is a big deal. Yeah, May got a booster and didn't like it. I didn't get a booster. May did. She didn't feel good for a couple of days. We would like to know why the Philippines doesn't follow Israel's example and get water desalination plants. I don't know. Above my pay grade, that one. Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday, America. Hey, Floyd and Jake. Do you feel like a father figure to John? To some degree, yeah. And I feel like he is the son that doesn't listen. Good morning from Tennessee, Paul. Thank you very much. I'll go back to this. I'm a little reticent about doing any more videos on John. I did offer Diana, his significant other, to come on the channel if she so desired, twice. Very lightly, very softly. Just threw it out there that it's available to her. I really don't know if I want to keep that ball rolling, though. It turned into something I didn't expect. But it is what it is. All the time. Yeah, people call me that all the time on here. He is doing shitty, sorry to say. or use that word. I'm sorry. But Monty is not doing well physically, but he is one of the strongest people mentally that I know. He has more courage, more stamina, more guts than 5 times as many men. So Monty's one of my heroes. But he's lost the left side of his body. He had a very severe stroke about 2 or 3 days ago. And May and I were over there seeing him yesterday. And we're going to see him tonight. What about the crab effect? Yeah, that's always happening out here. Crab effect means people are always trying to pull you down as you're trying to get ahead or above or out of the bucket. So that happens a lot out here also. I guess people showing up at your house unannounced is the VI version of spam and for junk mail. Did you live up to your name, dog, and growl and bare your teeth? Boy, did I. I tried to apologize. I had it explained to me, though, why I reacted like I did, which is really out of my nature. But I blew up at another guy not long after that because he really pissed me off for a wholly different reason. But, yeah, this guy just was pounding on the door. It felt like he was trying to break in. So I was asleep. And you kind of go into fight or flight mode. You know, that's where your body is. Your frontal cortex isn't even fired up yet when you're asleep. And so that's why I strongly reacted to him, to say the least. I feel bad, though, because the guy, you know, I look at the guy's intention. He just wanted to be friendly. And I guess he didn't understand that trespassing is illegal. I don't know. Allergic to people, better get a dog. Amen to that. Dogs are great. Dogs are always happy to see you. You know, you can walk out of the house and come back 5 minutes later, they act like you've been gone forever. The Eaton Squad is the best for travel updates and much more. I don't know them, but they're probably worth checking out. Good morning, John. Have you found it easier to make friends in the Philippines? Absolutely. Long time no see. Oh, well, I'm here. Believe me, crazy people don't show their colors for a little while. They hide behind what you want to see in front of them. Absolutely. Absolutely. You need to, you know, and I'm a bit gullible. I admit it. And May's a lot more strict about people. She doesn't warm up to them real quick. Good day from Appleton, Wisconsin. Good evening, Paul. Hope all is well. Thank you very much, Freebird. Hi, Paul. And baby May from Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Paul, you mentioned in the past you struggle with anxiety. As someone who doesn't drink but has social anxiety, any recommendations on where to meet other folks in general? Oh, that's an interesting question. You mentioned in the past. Well, I had anxiety, but I had panic attacks, which is, and it's when I drive a car. So that was back in the States. And basically, it's just a way big overload of stress is what brings on a panic attack, in my case. So the stress has been reduced, so I no longer have panic attacks. And you have social anxiety. Any recommendations? I think as far as where we go or where I go out here is coffee shops. And there's usually 3 or 4 guys that are in a circle, you know, lying to each other, which is what guys do. And I've sat with them and I've dominated the conversation, and other times I've not contributed a word. I've just sat and listened. So I think you can ease your way in that kind of setting where there's 3, 4, 5 guys hanging out just talking, you know, about general stuff. But I don't know. Does the Philippines make you feel younger? Absolutely. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. You're surrounded by younger people, for one thing. The average age out here is like 25 or 26. Most guys that are in a relationship are with someone that's younger. So they just tend to be a lot more chipper. If you hang around with old guys like me all the time, they're mostly talking about what hurts, their latest medications. Um, you know, it's doom and gloom. What happened to this? What happened to that? And old men just like me, we just get grumpy over time, and that's not a good dynamic to surround yourself with. So I think the guys that come out here are a different breed of cat, if you will. They're just, you have to be a little different to travel halfway around the world and start over. So in many cases. So I think the guys out here are not quite as grumpy. I think the general population is younger. I know it is. And yeah, I have a more youthful, happier, brighter outlook since having moved here by far. Okay, Carrie, I'll see you in September, boss. Happy you found a new day, a new life with great people in the Philippines. Yeah, it's been good. It's not been perfect, but it's been good. Funny you said Circle of Influence. Reminds me of the movie The Fockers and the Circle of Trust. Yeah, that was awesome. I forgot about that. You're in the Circle of Trust. Thanks for reminding me of that, David. That was awesomely funny. I did a title one time called "Meet the Filipino Fockers" or something like that. Good morning, thank you, Sammy. Good morning, Paul. On vacation in Cebu in October. Any pointers? No. Jeffrey, he's coming out to see me. Yeah, see you next month, boss. Jeffrey and I did a video together. Better be careful if you watch it. Hello Paul from Western Pennsylvania. Nice to see you, David. Is the coffee better in the Philippines? Same. If you go to a coffee shop here, same as America. I was really disappointed when I could visit America and stop in the AM PMs, which is where I actually used to think the coffee was the best. And I thought it had really gone downhill. So I took this long ass drive to Arizona from Vegas while I was there, and stopped every couple 3 hours just to stretch my legs and have a cup of coffee. And I found the coffee to be kind of flat. No doubt the states are more dangerous. Have a bunch of people. I think JFK is coming back. We got one of those guys out here too. I got this one guy that thinks people live underground and are harvesting people's organs, and he thinks that Elvis and JFK and Michael Jackson and I don't know, you name it, they're all coming back. He told me that, he said, yeah, JFK, this is what he told me. He says, JFK is still alive. And him and Elvis and Michael Jackson are all getting together. And the Rothschilds are in charge of the IRS, and they're going to give us all back all our money. He just kept going on and on and on and on about this. And I said, well, where are they meeting at? And he said, the grassy knoll. And I said, I don't know. If I was JFK, I don't think I'd want to meet there. He didn't see the humor. I did. Let's see. Hello, Steve G. How much do you pay for Viagra in the Philippines? Viagra will cost you, what's the number for Viagra? $5 a pill for generic. Hi, Robert. How much cooler is it in Valencia than, say, Dumaguete? I would say a solid 10 to 20 degrees, depending on the day. Way cooler up here than Dumaguete. Yeah, in fact, there's a spot halfway home from Dumaguete where at night, and I haven't driven at night in forever. Today I will because I'm going to a late deal with Monty. But May and I have not been driving at night, partially because of COVID has shut everything down, so there was no point in going. And then we just kind of got in the habit because of COVID of staying in at night, and we haven't broken it yet. I've been thinking all this week it would be healthy for May and I to get the hell out one night and go listen to some music or something. The only thing holding me back from that is I don't like to drive at night. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But I think we're going to start getting out more in the evening. Hi from Colorado. How are you? Lawrence, good morning. Hope you and baby May are doing well. I'm meeting with an expat for coffee in Molina today. Well, right on. If you miss me, I can send you all my junk. Yeah, that was about all I got. Hello, everyone. That's a good greeting. Pahrump, Nevada would be a much better option for retirement for a lot of people who are not capable of living overseas. Yeah, Pahrump's pretty cheap. All the outlying little areas are less expensive, I should say. Hey, how are you? Happy 4th, boss. What time is it? How long have I been on? Oh, an hour. Okay. We'll go another 30 minutes. Is that cool? Happy 4th from Nevada. Nevada's expensive these days. Positivity and love. There you go. That's better than the trolley stuff. Are you considering putting a lowball bid on that Russian boat being auctioned in Hawaii? No, I didn't even know there was one. It's 100 degrees, huh? Ain't bad for July. Yeah, I did. I got it like 4 or 5 months ago. And they were really hyper about but I've been driving May's bike. You know why? Because it's got a hook on it in the front. And so we've been using it whenever we go shopping. That little hook is worth about 10 cents, and you can hang bags from it. And it's got a floorboard. So when we go shopping, and if I go with May, God knows we're going shopping, I can put a box down there, hang bags from the hook, and bring stuff home. So recently, this last week, I have been driving the new scooter, and the gay scooter I gave to May's family. Happy 4th to everybody. Unfortunately, when I moved there next year, 2 Americans that lived there and 6 Filipinos I worked with in Korea are all there in Manila, and Angel's not interested in the Western drama. Right on. Happy 5th here, yeah. I do live in the future. Hey, Paul, whatever happened to the guitar players that had a stroke? Oh, that's Jason. That's another guy who had a stroke. He went back to America and got proper treatment and is doing much better. I think his sister got him home. And that was, gosh, how long has it been since Jason's been gone now? I'm bad with keeping time. I'm from Lauderdale. Can you tell us? What do I use? Traveling mailbox. The thumb is so small. No such thing as brothels. They are typically called karaoke clubs. Good morning, Paul. Long-time watcher, first-time poster here. Love the offbeats. No, thank you very much. Thanks for posting. Gone. Now, headaches show up, but migraines are history. So I think digging those 4 teeth out of her head did the job, and sealing up the cavity that was way deep into one of her teeth. So it seems like the dentistry did the trick. She gets headaches, but that's just, from me. Denmark's in the house. Shooting. Finland, that was what it was. Finland had a shooting. What's up with this stuff? Oh, Denmark. Oh, that's what you guys are saying. That's what we were talking about, the shootings. So what do we got? Finland, Denmark. I was afraid it would go global. Okay, well, fair enough, Paul. I got a lady that watches me and she doesn't know why. I thought it was like a train wreck. Yeah, this inflation's over here pretty good too. Hey, Billy Shears. You're on a Beatle album, by the way. I am doing great, Marvin. Thank you. Happy afternoon from Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, that's on a different island. I think it's possibly months ago because they don't value them. What are you doing? May's up. How you feeling, man? You got diarrhea. Poor May. It's not one thing, it's another. I get the feeling May's going to be staying close to the house today. Oh, it's from the booster, she says. Yesterday, what was wrong with you? She had some other issue yesterday. I said, why? She said, the booster. So far, this booster has caused her like 5 different maladies. Right? Yes. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking to my girlfriend here. She just emerged. So today you got diarrhea. That's from the booster. And yesterday you didn't have any energy.
Yeah, the first time is my underarms is getting big.
Oh, your arm was getting big.
Yeah, I'm not.
And you couldn't move your arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was from the, how do you believe that was from the booster? You want to come over and say hi? Huh?
Next time, sorry.
Next time? Yeah. Okay. Next time, May will come over and say hi. Sorry, I had to talk to her. Where are we at here? I don't have a mouse, so it's even harder for me to use. Oh, I just hit the like button, but I got a cramp on my thumb. You forgot to hydrate, stretch, and bend at the knee. See, that's what happens. Safety first here on the dog channel. I know it's hard. Ontario, Canada, hide in the shadows. Thank you. Which place is best for a newbie in the Philippines? Davao, Cebu, City, Bohol, or Dumaguete? I'm only familiar, I hate to admit this. I really don't hate to admit it. I'm only familiar with Dumaguete. I have a new friend that just showed up, and he's going to go bounce around Bohol for a while. Davao, what do I know about Davao? Davao is supposed to be really safe, but they're also pretty strict. I don't think Cebu is good for a newbie in particular because it's so crowded and so trafficky and just, it's a real big city. I don't mean to keep selling Dumaguete, but I think Dumaguete's got a real good blend of province life, city life, access to stuff you might be more familiar with. If you're new, one thing I realized over time was that it takes a while to defamiliarize yourself from your original country. In other words, it's almost reassuring to see a McDonald's, for whatever that sounds like, because you're used to seeing it. Culture shock is good. It's great for the system. It does reboot you. It does recharge you. But I think for starting out, it's good to get to where there's a familiar territory, a mall, some other guys that speak your language, be it German or English or whatever, and then start to venture out. But that's just me. Let's see. How far are you from Manila? I don't know how far we are. We're an hour flight. I know that. You can't get there by boat. But I don't know the exact distance. Saskatchewan, that's where I fish. Thank you, Glenn. I used to fish. It's almost impossible to feel lonely in the Philippines or similar countries. Yeah, it's real easy to feel isolated, I think, in the States. We tend to just sort of like, I use the box theory. I live in a box. I go work in a box. I drive my box home. I watch the box while eating from Jack in the Box. And that was it. You know, it would go from doorstep to doorstep. And then the only thing I saw of other people was on the freeway home. And then went inside, closed my garage door. And if the neighbor wasn't outside, I didn't say hi to him. So if he was, I would wave. And that was the beginning and the end of it. We're out here. You can see a neighbor, wave, and they'll walk over and ask you a question. So different vibe. Good morning from Elo. The shooting was on Vancouver Island, a bank rob. Oh, it was a bank robbery. Huh. Happy 4th from Montana. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July, by the way. Paul, I'm Sammy Chavez, community. So I'm very new to the YouTube, brother. Oh, are you starting this channel? Is that what you're saying? God bless you. I thought it was funny when you said, except when you eat out, you know, baby may have separate meals. Been married to a Filipina for 15 years. 75% that we also have separate meals. Yeah. Yeah, she's eating right now. and I eat at a different time. And it's nothing formal with us. Never has been. Like, okay, it's breakfast time, it's lunchtime, it's dinner time. The only time May and I eat together is, I'm glad you reminded me of that. It's one of those dynamics that just sort of happen. Is when we go out. Where'd I go here? Here we are. Oops. Hi, Paul. I've been happily married to my Filipino wife for a lot. We met in Hong Kong. Great, Rusty. I love hearing that. Happy 4th from Portland. Same to you, brother. Delaware's here. Rockeye. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Joseph. You're from Virginia. Can you tell me our fare? Hey, Paul. Can you tell me our fare that you are located far, maybe from? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't mean to be silly, but I don't know. Iloilo is across from Bacolod. Takes me 6 hours to get to Bacolod, so 6 or 7 hours. I have to take a ferry then, so 7 hours. I don't know the meters or miles how far. Let's see. Hope to be over after the new year, but we'll start around Angela's first. Looking forward to early retirement and getting over for the crazy while fleeing the insane. Trading one for the other. That's good. I believe there's also in Cebu. There may be, brother. I don't know. I would hate to say there is if I don't know. I know there's one in Manila. Michigan. Hey, what's going on, brother? Dean's rotations. Yeah. like a bad roulette wheel. Just came off its axis, right? Hold on. Caffeine beverage time. Let's see. Let's see. There is not a VA facility in Cebu, according to Gary. Mojoni's loosey-goosey's too much information. Those strange pollens are sexually transmitted. What she said. VA office only in Manila. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know why they got to make it so hard on the vets, especially. You know, just do some online stuff, register, file a claim, and all that. But I don't know. Give the vets every break you can, I say. VAs in Manila. The breathing problems that foreigners have here have been a mystery for years. I think that, and yeah, I'm a smoker, so you know, people remind me all the time that I'm supposed to quit. Unsolicited advice, but I still love you. Anyway, there are a lot of breathing issues with people that are prone to stuff like asthma and whatnot. My, I guess, sort of educated guess is we will be driving on the scooter and we'll get behind some diesel animal, a bus or bike or God knows what, and just get blasted with exhaust. And we're weaving, trying to get away from it, slowing down, speeding up, trying to pass them. But I've taken in, I was wearing masks before they were fashionable. When I was driving, I would wear a mask back in the day because these diesel fumes would come in. So you got a big ass blast of carbon monoxide in your lungs and throat and sinuses. And then I do think that just the different kind of pollens and grasses out here are going to affect people differently. Some people are immune to it, and other people, like me, we get affected by it. Like I said, when I was in, and there's the VA in Guam, that's right. Excuse me. When I was in the States, I felt healthier. Skin-wise, breathing-wise, everything. Yeah, it's vanilla. Maybe the pollen is why the normal nose size for them are so small. All the pollen doesn't clog up their sinuses. Yeah, all the Filipinos want to have what's called a long nose. We'll see for service-connected disabilities only. I think they should lighten up on that too. But sounds like you need some better mojo. 30 days there, my last visit, and I had 0 illnesses. Good, 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 good. And see, every time I deployed to a new country, I got sick. New bugs, variants, going back to that country, never sick. Yeah, you do. I believe that. I really do. I think it's like a cold. I think someone told me that there's a million different varieties of or variations of a common cold. And once you catch that one, what did I just say, variant or whatever, you're immune to it. That's why little kids get a lot of colds. And as you get older, less and less, because you've built up an immunity to them. That's what I'm told. That's what I believe. You guys are forgetting the like button. This is really starting to affect my attitude. Hey, Jamil. Let's see. And you're a Navy veteran. God bless you, sir. My father's a Navy veteran. I was caught out in the light rain one day. I was there and I was sick for a week. That happened to me in Thailand. But out here, the rain hasn't made me sick. May swears it does. May swears you have to shower immediately after you get home from the rain. The feds raised the rates a few times, so that would naturally change the game on the seller side of real estate. I'm actually going to do a video about that. And it's really not about, it's about the real estate market in America, but it's also got to do with my long-term planning. So I've been getting some information from some guys I've been following on what's been going on with, I've always been fascinated with the real estate market. I don't know why. The American dream thing, I guess. And so I want to do a video this week or next week about that. Talking about health, there's probably a lot of pollution you suck. That's exactly what I was saying, brother. There is. I will attest to that. There's a ton of crap you suck in on a scooter. When Dean returns, he will come enhanced with an inflatable tool between his legs as he will need it. Becomes a South American bobbit. Poor Dean. Tail between the legs means the puppies are under stress and or don't trust you. They may eventually warm up to you if some other humans are abusing them. I don't know if they're being abused. And I do know, yeah, you're right. I didn't know it was stress. I figured it was fear. Um, Maybe that's two of the same, right? But I've never done anything to them. I figured puppies would be easy, you know. Puppies are like newborns, and they're just kind of, I thought, happy with everybody. But a lot of the dogs out here, there's a lot of inbreeding going on. So I think that creates a little dysfunction, if you will. So I don't know. I don't know if these little puppies will ever warm up to us or not, but I'm going to continue to feed them because it's fun to watch them get fat. Oh, good on you, Robert. Thank you. The like button, kids. That's all we ask for. Rabies in dogs is common there. Yes, it is. I don't know if it's common, but it's more common than it states. The condo idea, I think, is misleading because you can own the condo but not the land, correct? I was waiting to see if Subic finished up their renovations and the U.S. Navy might slip in a clinic after that. I wish it would. I wish they would help the vets more. I really do. Phoenix real estate is tanking. Yeah. If you want the best up-to-date watch, one rental at a time channel on YouTube. I do have a guy that I'm following, and I have a friend of mine that's very smart that I've been communicating with. 3 places. I'll get into it for 1 second here. 3 places during the big, crazy uptick in real estate prices. Las Vegas, Phoenix, and somewhere in Florida. I forget, maybe all of Florida. Who's crashing right now? Florida, Phoenix, Vegas. Same 3. So other parts of the country are not being affected. But I'll stop right there. I'm just keeping an eye on things. Steve G, you're right. Okay, so we have a conversation going. That's always good. What company do you use? I use, what did I just say? This traveling mailbox. An aspirin a day is good for blood pressure control, keeps the strokes away. He's on half hardcore blood thinners. And I think it's a baby aspirin you're supposed to take. Who is Dean? You don't want to know, John. No, I'm not being snarky with you. He's an old guest from Nicaragua. And it's a long story. That's what happens when you're a new subscriber. Structure an offshore trust for me that pays so much a month to ensure someone doesn't come into her life. I'm actually looking into that stuff right now. Thank you very much for that. Good morning, Cecil. Buddy trip is going to Saigon because he can't get into the Philippines being unvaccinated. Right. There's a number of guys I know that refuse to get vaccinated. I respect their decision to do that. And I respect those that do get vaccinated. Your choice, whatever you want to do. Thank God we're getting off that topic, though. Now. It's interesting. I saw a meme the other day that says, well, I can stop being an expert on coronavirus, and I can now start being an expert on Russia. Whatever new hot topic comes up is what everybody starts talking about. I can barely breathe, and then they're like, yeah. Yeah, you got to be cool, man, with the smog and the pollution and the fumes and all that crap, especially if you're asthmatic or you have any kind of lung issue. It is more fun in the Philippines. Navy is think about coming back to Philippines from what my friends tell me. Still in the Navy, that would be great. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Yeah. It's condos, skyscrapers, all that kind of hoo-ha. I don't like living that way. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. Some people love high-rise living. Really 3 o'clock, and I found that they really want to spend at 4 a.m. Well, that's when the roosters start. I'm moving to the Philippines in 6 months. Wow, that's awesome. I'm going to bail out of here. How long have I been on? 10 minutes. I'm going for 10 minutes. I'm trying to get the comments, though. You got to agree. I've been buzzing through the comments. If you don't like noise, as well, I guess that's never visit the Philippines. Yeah, if you don't like noise, don't come here. But you're not going to escape it. Take a neighbor to wake up for 3 and start. Lived on a chicken farm, I think you're saying, for a while in Hawaii. The chickens grow. Yeah, man, they just go. And I have, in addition to the 3 puppies, I have, 3 chickens? But also, I'm coming in 3s here this week, that come onto our yard, which they're welcome to. But they're very noisy. Did you ever get the papers? No. Thinking about that yesterday. I was buzzing around because I got to go get an oil change on my bike. I finally hit 1,000 kilometers on it, so I need to go get an oil change on my little ADV, and I got to get another 30-day thing from them. It's this weird setup that they've got. But I bought me a scooter back in December, and they still have not got the papers. Yeah, Dean, the rotation machine. You don't have a bank account. How do I know what info to give my wife's account to send cash to the Philippines? Well, there's a ton of videos out there that guys have done about transferring money. I've done them myself. But just to give you a short answer, I don't use Wise, but I use Zoom. And I just send X amount of dollars to myself from Paul to Paul, from Paul in America to Paul in the Philippines. It's ready in about 5 seconds on my phone. Gives me a 10-digit number. I screenshot that. And then I cheat and I send it to May's sister, and she gets the money ready for me because she works she works at Cebuana, so I don't have to wait in line. But before that, I would go to money exchange place, I'd fill out the form, name, address, phone number, this 10-digit code, and show my ID, and then they'll give me the money. So you don't need to go bank to bank. You just put the cash in your pocket. If you have a bank account out here, you can transfer it from one bank to another after you've been out here and set that up. I just don't like that idea because I've seen it go wrong. Hi, Michelle was joking. Hey, Paul William from Philly, longtime listener. Oh, okay. I enjoy watching. Thanks for the good. I'm heading back to Cebu in October. Well, good on you, William. Welcome back. Roosters are territorial, and in one vicinity they keep trying to outdo one. Is that what they're doing? I never figured out what they're trying to do. I didn't know if it was a mating call or if it was, but you're saying it's territorial. Okay. If you want to avoid the typhoons, what's the best island to kind of duck those? Actually, that was one of the reasons I moved here, is the typhoons tend to go further north than where I'm at. Now, we did get hit by the last typhoon, but our island did get hit. So you can't say any place is the safest, but there's some that really get blasted. Daytona Beach is here. Thank you. Cheers from Santa Cruz. Thank you. Foreigners vlogging are earning money, but the tourists is illegal. Your thoughts? I don't agree with that because I'm not selling anything. There's a difference between vlogging and selling merchandise if you look into the details. And on the tax situation, May pays tax to the BIR. I pay tax to America. I didn't write them a check, but I electronically transferred it tax time because they have what's called a reciprocal agreement. So that's one of those things that gets floated out there by usually trolls. that try to say the authorities are after you or something like that, which is just nonsense. So yeah, if I was selling T-shirts online, that's a different story. But if I'm just vlogging, like I'm vlogging right now, I'm talking to you, I'm not working, I'm just vlogging, right? But if I was up here saying, "Hey, please buy this T-shirt," we got a whole different kettle of fish. I had Montezuma's revenge 3 times in the Philippines. Number 1, seafood at a kiosk. Never brush your teeth with tap water. Wipe the top of your beer cans with a towel until dry. Yeah, that's they can sneak up on you. Ice cubes will get you too. Well, cool. Maybe we'll bump into you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey says he's going to Cebu and taking a quick trip out here. Seems to be a pattern to that. A lot of guys are first are landing in Cebu, and then they're going to other islands. So I've been meeting up with guys almost daily that have made a little trip out here to Cebu. I mean, to Dumaguete. People don't. I don't know about the cheaper choice thing. I prefer Asian women to Latin women myself. Nothing against Latin women. So Texas is Sicilian. I think you've been here 4 years out in Davao. Likes it. Quiet. Happy. That's good. We're down to 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. I mean, I'm missing here. God, I'm going to miss a zillion comments. Hey, caramba. How do I do this every freaking time? I was doing so well. Now I got lost. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm as usual, I'm going to miss comments. I have read can come to with PCR test, yes, and 5 days quarantine, another negative test, but not certain to do a visa run, but October and no vaccine. Well, William, I'm not really sure about that sentence structure, no disrespect, but Jennifer Terri, I'm going to put her link to her videos in here as far as coming in vaccinated, unvaccinated, quarantines, this, that, and the other, because she's an expert on it. I'm not qualified to give you advice. Billy Jack, thanks, Anna, and then I talk a bit now. Okay, Sandy Chavez. Hello from Panorama City, my hometown. Where I was born and raised. Aunt Mary Jane, stay blessed. Thank you very much, Linda. Linda at the hospital. Roy Smith, they celebrate American Friendship Day here. Yeah. Do you know much about Santa Rosa, Laguna, as far as expat community is concerned? No. I can tell you anything you want to know about Dumaguete, but I can't comment on a place I've never been. Sounds like all you need to turn John loose and possibly return to the States. Is that what is best for all? Whew, I am really struggling with doing a video. I kind of feel like I owe it to you guys as to what's going on and what I think the conclusion is going to be. I will say this, is that as of today, 4th of July, I have funds available to ship his ass back to America. And he has declined them. And I can also tell you that those funds are eventually going to go away. And that's going to be that. So we've set him up in an apartment. I'm talking about not just me, the community. Apartment, food, air conditioning, electricity. Taking care of an illness for his kids. Got him a laptop so he can work. Brand new laptop to work. And I got a feeling it's just all for naught. But can't say we didn't try. Now, you look at a guy like Monty, had a stroke. Um, just realize, I don't know. I mean, you wake up one day and you find out I can't even comprehend it. You can't use the left side of your body. Yesterday you could, and today you can't. I mean, let that just sink in. Okay. And so I look at Monty and he's saying, F this, bro. I'm going to get through this, and he's going back to the States in the end of the month. That was his plan. Come out for 2 months, meet his baby, do some celebrating, enjoy it. He built his wife, by the way, a house while he was in the States. She inherited some land, and he built her a house while he was in the States. Spent $20,000 on it. A little one-bedroom place, but it's cool. It's on her land. She owns it. She will have it forever. He has an insurance policy set up for his baby, $150,000. I don't want to give you too much of his personal information because I don't have his permission to do so. But he's setting up stuff for his wife and baby. And nobody has helped him. Nobody has said, hey, here, oh, Monty, I'm sorry, I heard about your situation, except for my friend Jim. Okay. And that's fine. Monty isn't asking, doesn't want. Then you take someone like John, who all these people have come forward to try to help, and he's pretty much sitting on his hands. So there's just a comparison. My little experiment in socialism didn't work. At least up till now. And again, I don't want to sit here and bash a guy, but I also owe you guys a truthful, honest explanation of what's going on. So how one reacts and behaves to a situation and another one does is two different things, man. Just totally two different things. Okay, so I'm going to bounce through these. There are not drop vaccines, but most of the other requirements. Yeah. Most of the vaccine thing, I think, will just me thinking, guessing. Don't take this as gospel. I think that'll be the last thing they drop, because apparently there's been some more cases floated up recently. Jeez. And but if they would, here would be an improvement for those vaccinated at least. If they just did away with the stupid One Health Pass, which is just saying that you've got a vaccination, and instead just show your card. So I say buy a ticket. If there's on this vax thing, show that you've been vaccinated, show them your passport, and let you through the gate and put you on the plane. But all this other stuff, why do you have to upload it to this One Health Pass thing? I don't get it. They dropped the insurance. They dropped something else. I think they dropped the COVID test. I'm not sure. But I don't know. It's just more, it's bureaucracy at its finest, you know. It is American Friendship Day yesterday. So I live in the future. Hey, Paulie, spent 45 years in the car biz. Some of it in Las Vegas. God bless you, brother. I met another guy that was a finance guy like me, and he came to Dumagetti for a week and didn't like it. And he said, I'm not going to go back to Cebu because they have public transportation. He didn't want to drive a car. He didn't want to drive a scooter. He liked the idea of Grab. And so that was just his take on it. But he was a great guy. He's a fun guy to talk to. Okay. See you later, Sammy. Let's see. I got about 5 minutes. What are we on here? Yeah, I've actually got 1 minute, but we'll go a little longer. Because I do have to meet somebody later. Well, you got a good heart. You do what you could for him. It's got to stand. I agree. I mean, I did what I could do. Other people did what they could do. The community has done what they could do. Pretty soon, you know, it's like, okay, put on your big boy pants or sit there and feel sorry for yourself. So, your choice. Again, I compare it to Monty, who's had all kinds of whacks and no help. And boom, you know, he's like, yeah, I'll handle it, you know. Going out to dinner with my wife to celebrate my anniversary. That's his attitude. Who needs desalination? That's true. I did meet a guy one time, but before COVID, who was a professor from some big university, and he studied all that kind of stuff. He was also studying energy. He was out here because of the geothermal action that we have here on the island. We actually have a geothermal plant that produces energy here on this island. And he was taking a look at that. And he also talked, he's a very smart guy, obviously. He was talking about desalinization and how Saudi Arabia does it and all that. So I don't know why I told you that. Let's see, prayers for Monty. Thank you very much. That's what we asked for. We asked for prayers for Monty and a like button for Paulie. Thanks for saying hi there. 53 and soon to be an island bum. Wow, I wish I was 53. What happened to Jason, the guitar player? He went back home. He went back to America. He too had a stroke. Yeah. Well, he's not looking for sympathy. He's not looking for handouts. He's not looking for anything. But prayers he'll take. Strong Christian faith, and so is his wife. I went to his daughters. They dedicated their baby to the Lord 3-4 days ago. May and I attended that. I was given the honor of being the baby's godfather. So let's see. As we look, our bullcrap meter shortens before the internal explosion. Well said, K9. In 2 weeks, old K9's going to be out here. Hey, Paul, how about a nice cup of coffee? I said, a nice cup of coffee. Super sticker off the cup with Jamie. Thank you very much, Jamie. You're always very generous. We appreciate you. Sorry to hear about Monty, but prayers are with him. Thank you, Randy. We appreciate that. I'm sure Monty will watch this at some point in time. Maybe not. I don't know. He's got more sense than that, probably. There's my buddy. You made it. I was just thinking about this. So where's China Dave been? Of course, I haven't been contacting you either. I've been real reticent about contacting all the guys that I hung out with in the States and did so much for me while I was back there because I've been meeting new guys that are coming out here now. So to Steve and Tim and China Dave and all the rest, hi, how are you? Hey, Jonathan. Have you ever seen a therapist for what? Let's see. Pork bacon for everyone. When can people see Paul's new tricks, which include eating balut and drinking Red Horse? Those are two things that I drank the Red Horse and didn't really care for it. The balut will never happen. Leaders to the young and inept and uneducated. I bought a plane ticket through I heard bad things about that. I heard that also. I mean, I can't say don't or do, but I heard the same thing. This ASAP tickets, there's been some dissatisfaction with them. So, what's the best way by landing in Cebu? Well, you can take a boat, you can take a bus, or you can take a plane. Whichever one you think is best, I would jump on it. So kids, I'm going to get a bunch of people unsubscribing as usual because I'm not getting to your comments. They have outdone my mouth. I can't talk fast enough or click quick enough to get to everybody. Every time I do a live stream, about 10 people unsubscribe. So thanks for that. But leave a like button hit before you unsubscribe. A couple more. There's buddy Justin. You hold, this is my last guest here. He holds the F-bomb. I think, who was it? Jera was on my channel a few years ago and she dropped it. And that caused me to lose my Disney rating. And I actually had a guy write to me, Justin, saying, you know what, Paul? I'm unsubscribing. I've been watching you for 2 years, but That's okay. Everybody check out Critter Hunter and Justin Carmack. Justin Carmack is losing weight. He's got the 100-pound challenge. So I'm not going to put a link in because I already did, but they can watch your video. And so thanks for stopping by. And nobody said the F word. But Justin holds the holds the record. Anytime trying to start listening to you for a while. Thank you very much. I really do got to go, guys. It's 8:30. And I got to hit the road, Jack. So again, I'm going to go ahead and apologize to those that I did not get to. You guys should try Taipei. Threw my guts up first night. Thank God my ex-wife didn't live there. Yeah, anytime you go to a new country, it's rough, man. Thank you very much, Franks. Appreciate it. Oh, there's Buddy. Just bought my one-way ticket to Saigon. Good on you. Because you won't get vaxxed, so you won't come in here. But you can get into Saigon, eh? You getting on? I'm glad when I meet Buddy in person. Let's see. All right, kids. I'm going to have to say goodbye. And I always feel rotten because I don't get to all these comments. So please forgive me. We just ask that you hit the like button and say a prayer for Monty and say a prayer for all of us, I suppose. All right, kids, I'm out of here as usual. Have a great 4th of July and be nice to one another. Okay, we'll see you next time.